Hi everyone! Welcome back to Origami with Josie, origami during coronavirus quarantine. And today we're going to fold a fox. To start, I've selected a square piece of red paper. You can use any color you like. Flip the paper over to the white side and rotate to a diamond. And then we're going to fold a crease here. Open the model up again. Then we're going to fold just a pinch crease right in the center by taking this point and moving it over here, and I'll show you what I mean. So we bring these 2 points together, and we're just going to mark that spot. That's all, rather than creasing all the way through. We're going to repeat that again. We're going to take this point and put it to the center. And we're just going to mark that like that. Next, we're going to fold a crease along here. And we're going to do that by taking this edge and bringing it along to here and this point. So we're going to fold a point up here and then make sure this edge falls along that marked crease. We're going to crease only up until this line and open. We're going to repeat on this side. So taking this edge and bringing it into this point. We're going to start by ensuring that this comes to a point, and then that this edge falls along this marked point here. And again, only folding up to this crease, as you can see. Now we're going to fold the top half down, and we're going to fold a preliminary crease. So we're going to take this point and bring it down, and simultaneously take this edge and fold it down to this crease. Open back up again. Fold the model, flip the model over, and we're just going to repeat on the back. Flip the model over again. So now we're going to do what's called a crimp fold, where we are going to fold the model back and over this set of creases, and then we're going to flip it over itself again the opposite direction along this crease. So going to open the model up like this and simultaneously send the paper back so you can see what's happening underneath here. So begin to fold it over itself here. Grip with your right hand, and then encourage the paper with your left hand to fold itself along this second set of creases. Gently, like that. Easy. The next thing we're going to do is fold another marking crease by taking this point and bringing it to right here. We're going to mark a crease up here only. just that little mark up there. And now we're going to use that mark as a guide to open up the head. So take your index finger and put it in here. And we have this crease here, and that's going to be the top point of the head as we open up the head here. And what we're aiming for is to have a little white triangle showing over here, and to have the feet have a slight angle down here. We don't want it to be straight across like this. We don't want that. So we achieve that by, one more time, index finger inside this raw edge. We're making sure that the top point of the head is at this marked crease. We're opening that head up, and then we are creating a little white triangle right here, and you can see the feet are at a little angle there. With the left index finger, we're just going to squash that head down to flatten. There we are. Now we're going to shape the head a little bit. We're going to give the face a little bit of shape. And so take this point and fold it so that there is a line that starts at the base of the ear, and that line is a little bit narrower than parallel to this crease. So base of the ear. You can see how it's sort of shaping the face in a little bit. Then we're going to open this up and send this point underneath along that crease we just made. And we still want to have some red paper showing out here. We'll repeat that on this side. So I'm going to fold this in right at the base of the ear, and then angle it in a little to give the face narrowing shape. Open. I'm going to pick up that raw edge and send that point underneath. And at the same time allow that back raw edge of paper to still be sticking out and have a little red triangle here. And you can shape a little bit manually if you wish. Like that. So that I can have some symmetry in the face. But it doesn't have to be exact. Next, we're going to shape the nose. We're going to take this point and send it up, and we are going to do that slightly below these two points. So we are not going to make a line straight across where these 2 points are. We're going to do it a little bit farther down, making sure that point of that nose is lined up with this line. And you can see how there's a little bit of a gap there. Then we're going to pick the model up with our left hand, thumb and forefinger, And then we are going to fold along that line which would be between those 2 points. What we're going to do is just send a little strip of that paper underneath, like that. And the next thing we're going to do is shape the face a little more. Starting at this center point, we're going to fold along here and tuck it under. So just picking that fox up in the left hand and creating that fold with the right hand. And then repeating on the left side, pick up with the right hand and tuck that point under with the left hand, bringing it all the way down to that center crease. And you have a little nose forming. The next thing we're going to do is shape the legs, and we're just going to fold a crease that's parallel to this edge up here, and we're going to send it back and under. Just pick the model up with the left hand and send that under with the right to give that a little shape, and repeat on the left side. Hold it in your right hand and just curve that under with your left hand, as you can see. Increase. Easy. Next thing we're going to do is create the little white spot on the tail by taking this point and sending it up here as a pre-crease, like this. Open it back up again. We're going to pick the model up with our right hand, open that tail up with our thumbs, and just bring that triangle down in toward the model so that you can easily fold that white triangle up, and you'll see that it will snap together, and then you can close that tail back in on itself again. Next thing we're going to do is narrow the tail. So we're going to create a crease that goes along here, and it's going to start at this point here, and it's going to go along to the point of the tail here. Like that. We're going to send that underneath. And crease. And then an easy way to do the back side is to simply fold this over itself as a pre-crease, and then open that tail and tuck that pre-crease under as well. Turn it over to the back so that you can see. Refining that point. Fold the model back over again. So here we have the fox so far. We are almost done. Okay, we'll flip the fox over to the back, and we're going to fold the crease right along here. We're going to pick up the point of this tail and we are going to send it over to this little red mark here, and we're going to make a crease. And while we are there, we are going to make a little triangle crease here. So pre-crease, fold this triangle over. It doesn't have to be exact. Open that up, and then we're just going to tuck that triangle crease inside. So we can open this up and send that pre-creased triangle inside here. And close that tail back over itself again. There are several layers at this point, so you may need to work with the paper a little bit. So you can see that little triangle in there now. And we're going to open the tail back up again. And we're going to swing it so that this triangle is maintaining its structural integrity. And so now we're going to flip the model back over again. See how the tail is at a more flat angle now. And what we can do is we can put our thumb inside the tail to give it some three-dimensional puffiness, if you will. And also fold that tail around toward the face of the fox. So you can see the underside there. Just give it a little three-dimensional shape and volume, and allow it to curl in toward the fox. And it's a three-dimensional model, so it will do what it wants, but you can work with it. And the last thing we're going to do is shape the face. We're going to take our pinky and bring it up inside here, and we're going to make some little curved creases that will be where the eyes are, and shape the snout a little bit. And this is your artistic license here, so you can shape this how you like. Bringing this middle point up toward yourself rather than letting it dip down inside the face. And I'm going to repeat that on the right side. Okay. And you can see how the face and eyes and nose have three-dimensional shape, as well as the tail. And this model will stand up if you encourage this little foot forward, as you can see. And there you have it. I really hope you enjoyed folding the fox. Stay tuned tomorrow for another exciting model. See you then!